Episode 45 of the Marketing Life podcast. This is Taylor Timothy, your host. And today we're going to be talking about paid ads, guys. Paid ads with Google, paid ads with YouTube, paid ads on Facebook, paid ads on Instagram. All those paid ads. So basically, I'm going to be breaking down for you guys all the pros and cons that I have found with all of these platforms. Do they all work? Yes. But I'm going to break down again the pros and cons. And let's not waste any more time and dive right in. So when I talk about Google paid ads, I'm referring to search-only campaigns. I'm not talking about display. I'm not talking about Google shopping ads. I'm just talking about Google paid ads in the sense of search only. So the pros to it that I have found is that you can be very targeted in your search terms. So you can go after those specific phrases that you know your target audience is going to be searching for on Google. So that is the number one reason I believe Google paid ads, it's one of the best ways to run paid ads because of that. You can go after those specific search terms. The second thing is you're actually not interrupting people's life. You're not interrupting their user experience. So for example, over on Facebook and Instagram, you're basically putting an ad in front of them when they're trying to look at pictures of their friends and people they follow. So I've found that like interrupting them, it can be tough and you have to be very creative with your ad copy and stuff like that. But in Google paid ads, if you're going after specific terms, people are already looking for your product or service. The third thing is they just work. Google paid ads, they work. They convert. You might spend a lot of money to generate leads and sales, but you will get them working at some point. So Google paid ads, they always work. So some of the cons to Google paid ads is obviously your cost per click can be very, very expensive. So I once was helping a lawyer and they wanted to run some paid ads over in New York. But we explained to them they were going to have to pay around $250 a click. So cost per clicks can be super expensive on Google paid ads. Obviously, it varies in your industry and different things like that, but it can be very expensive running paid ads on Google. So if you guys want to know how much your industry costs, how much your area costs, different things like that, you guys can go in there and look at the keyword planner and they'll kind of give you estimates of what people are paying in those specific industries along with those keywords. One of the other cons is your cost per conversion obviously is going to be higher because your cost per click is going to be higher. So that's one of the downfalls to Google paid ads. Your conversions definitely cost more. The third downfall to this is there's limited search for your keywords. So a lot of times, if you're in a small city and you're trying to go after specific terms, a lot of times your keywords might not even run. You might not even be able to run those ads because there's not enough search terms in that given area, and your ads might not ever run. So you're very limited on your search terms. The fourth thing is you're also limited on your placements. So you obviously have those first 4 spots at the top of Google that you can compete with. And then after that, you have some more spots at the very bottom of the page, but you're very limited on your spots when running Google paid ads in the search area. So that's going to wrap up the Google paid ads section. The next one we're going to be talking about is YouTube. So obviously YouTube, yes, it's part of the Google paid ads platform, but this placement of YouTube, some of the pros, your cost per view can be super cheap. Now I've seen people running ads and getting costs at 1 cent a view, but generally speaking, I see around 6 to 20 cents a view. So your cost per view is very affordable and it's cheap over on YouTube. Second thing is going back to the targeting search terms, so you can go after those specific terms. So if people have been searching those things over on Google or YouTube, then your ads can start showing up in front of those videos before they play. So that's one of the pros there. The other thing is you can run topic-based ads. So if you think your target audience is this type of person and they enjoy these types of topics, you can run ads there as well. So YouTube is a very easy way to get your message out there for a cost-efficient way that I have found. Also, it does generate leads and sales, but your cost per lead is a little bit higher than Facebook per se. So the cons to YouTube is, one, again, you guys are interrupting people's videos. So maybe someone came to your website, they left, and now they're trying to watch Beyonce's All the Single Ladies song, and your ad is now playing in front of them before they actually get to listen to their song and watch their video. So that's one of the big cons. You're actually interrupting people's videos. Second, I already kind of said it, but your cost per conversion is higher. But on the flip side, you're going to be getting very high qualified leads because you're going after those specific terms. You know, these people are interested. And then obviously, your conversion rate is actually lower than other platforms such as Facebook and Instagram. So in my case, I've seen 0.15% is kind of the industry standard for conversion rates over on YouTube. And I see leads coming in around anywhere from $7 to $20 per lead over on YouTube. So those are kind of the cons as far as that goes. And then the third thing is you are very limited on placements with YouTube. So you have like in-stream, you can show up in people's search results on YouTube. And while someone's video is playing, you can show up on the right-hand side. So you're kind of limited on placements in comparison to like Facebook or Facebook, because you have all those placements. Instagram also, you know, you're a little bit limited. But that's going to wrap up the YouTube section. So Facebook is our next ones that we're going to be talking about. So the pros to Facebook, you can get really, really cheap leads over on Facebook. You can have really high conversion rates on Facebook. You have tons of different places that you can run ads. You know, you've got the news feeds, the right-hand columns, etc., etc., etc. There's tons of different places that you can run your ads over on Facebook. One of the big cons that I have found on Facebook is that you guys, I can't say all the leads that I've seen come through on Facebook are super qualified. So the one thing and con that I have found over on Facebook is that the leads might not be as qualified and people sometimes will put in faulty information. The truth is you could have that happen over on any platform, but from my experience, sometimes the leads aren't as qualified versus like Google paid ads. So that's one of the big cons I have found with Facebook. And then the other con is actually some of the placements I have found on Facebook are kind of such as the audience network. I haven't seen a lot of leads and sales come in through the audience network. So those are kind of some of the cons with Facebook, and that's going to wrap up Facebook. The next thing we're going to be talking about is Instagram ads. So obviously, guys, yes, it's technically a placement of Facebook, but I kind of look at it as its own little entity. So anyways, pros with Instagram. The pros, again, cheaper leads, kind of like Facebook. You're going to get higher conversion rates from Instagram versus the other platforms. Some of the cons, like I said too, is your leads might not be as qualified. And some of the cons as well for Instagram, in my opinion, is it goes back to placements. Placements for your ads. Basically, you only have Instagram stories and you only have in the feed of Instagram as well. So placements are kind of limited as well over on Instagram. So the big thing I want to talk about as well, the difference between Facebook and Instagram is the advertising placements. You know, you're going to have different ad types, and then you're going to have video duration differences on Facebook and Instagram. On Facebook, you can run ads for a long time. You can have an ad, going like an hour. And Instagram, you have 120 seconds. And that's kind of a new change recently. So that's kind of the difference between the two, even though they're kind of the same thing. But all in all, paid advertising as a whole. So let's talk about some of the pros and cons with paid advertising as a whole. So some of the pros that I've found with paid advertising is the data does the talking. The data speaks for itself. You know if things are working or not, if you have all your tracking set up properly, but the data does the talking for you. The second thing is, I have found paid ads can be one of the things that can actually scale your business. So if you're looking to take your business to the next level and you want to grow your business, sometimes paid ads is the one thing that you need to start doing to generate more leads and sales for your business. The third thing is, it lets you know what your audience wants. So even for all you SEO guys out there, sometimes you need to run paid ads at the beginning just to see what type of engagement you're getting on your content. So from what I've found is, like I said, the data does the speaking, and it's immediately going to let you know what your audience wants. So some of the cons with paid advertising is it costs money, guys. You have to spend money on these platforms to actually run your ads and learn what's going on to start generating leads and sales. And the second thing is it takes time. One of the big problems I see advertisers run into is their clients or whatever just give them a month to run paid ads, and that's not enough time to really dial in your ads and dial in your messaging. So I tell people, give me 3 to 6 months to run some paid ads and give me some money to spend. If you have small budgets, it's even going to take more time to actually get your ads dialed in. So if you're only spending $1 a day on Facebook, it's going to take a long time to get enough data to make adjustments. So you've got to have bigger budgets. Anywhere from $25 higher, I recommend spending on paid ads. At least $25 a day, especially if you're a small business. Now, if you have budgets and bigger budgets, I recommend spending $100 to $1,000 a day on paid ads, because the more money you spend, the more data you're going to be able to get, and the faster you can make the adjustments. So that's going to wrap up this section as well on paid advertising. Thanks, guys, for listening to episode 45 of the Marketing Life podcast, Google paid ads versus YouTube ads versus Facebook ads versus Instagram ads. Let me know your guys' pros and cons. If you guys have some pros and cons that I didn't touch on, if you feel like I covered everything, sweet. But yeah, let me know what you guys think as well. If you guys have any questions about my process on how to implement a website, how to implement all the Facebook ads, YouTube ads, all that jazz, let me know. I'll post my course in the description, and hope you guys have a wonderful day, and peace. Peace.